Russell Wilson meeting the media right now. Let's take a listen live.
Earlier I was, I was watching some tape and just watching the last game one more time. You know, it was a great battle. Obviously, it's unfortunate that we lost the game, and you know, there's a lot to look forward to. And so, like I said last night, there's so much to look forward to, and now the preseason, you know, basically starts. The off season, I guess you could say, you know, really starts now. And so that's what we talked about in our team meeting, and that's what I've been talking about, you know, in terms of the guys in the locker room.
Russell, what did yesterday's game show you personally, that you can lead this team back from 20 points down in the fourth quarter? I mean, personally, how do you feel about that?
You know, I think for me, you know, I was flying back on the plane, and Robert Turbin, you know, me and him are really, really close. Obviously, a rookie has done a great job for us, and he was sitting next to me. And we always, you know, we're roommates, and he sits next to me on the plane and everything. He's like, man, that was an unbelievable game, man, you played. And, you know, the thing for me, I told him, you know, Robert, you know, I wait for those moments. You know, I love having the ball in my hands with 2 minutes to go, or when we're down, we got to get a touchdown. We need something. You know, that's where I thrive. That's where I want to have the ball in my hands to win a game. And unfortunately, we didn't get the win. That's all I care about, you know. And so now it's, you know, on to the next thing, the next chapter.
Russell, how long did it take you to flip that switch, to get over the disappointment of yesterday and move on to the promise of the future?
You know, it took me to the time I got through the tunnel, basically. You know, I think the biggest thing is, you know, I've learned from playing professional baseball and playing the quarterback position in college and now in the NFL. You know, the best way to move on is to move on as quickly as possible. Learn as much as you can, understand, you know, what you can do better, you know, in the future, and how you can set your team up to make sure that you don't get in those situations again, and just remember those for the future. But I think the biggest thing is always looking forward to the next opportunity, and always having that positive mindset, and staying hungry. You know, staying hungry to continue to learn and be on that constant quest for knowledge, like I always say. And there's so many areas that I can get better, and that's the thing that, you know, I'll have to do this off season, is continue to watch the film, continue to see, you know, look at all the cut-ups of this past season and what I've done well and what I could have done better, and some of the decisions I've made that have been really, really good, and some decisions that, you know, I've made that haven't been so good, and how can I fix those? And, you know, the goal for me is, you know, if I'm here right now, well, how can I get 10 times better? You know, I think that's the biggest thing, and that's the same thing for our football team.
How much will being here from day one as opposed to coming in last year in May help in this process?
I think that'll help a lot. You know, I think that obviously being here and being in the system, being with the players that we have, and getting used to the fans, the unbelievable fans that we have, and being in the stadiums, the tough stadiums and the venues that I've played in the National Football League, being used to the speed of the game, understanding that, you know, being smart in the red zone and getting rid of the ball quick in the red zone, being great on third down is crucial to being very, very successful. And, you know, that's what I can't wait for. You know, I have that learning experience now, and now the goal is, you know, what can I do with it?
What were you looking for when you were watching the film?
Just watching the game and seeing, you know, what I could have done better, what our team could have done better, and what we did really well. And, you know, I always, you know, am very, very critical of myself, and so I like to watch those type of things. I like to watch my footwork more than anything and see, you know, am I getting the ball out on time, and are my reads correct, am I reading it the way I want to read it in terms of the progressions. And, you know, I think that, you know, for me, when I get my depth and my drops, and when I'm making the right protection calls, and I'm getting back in my drops and just trusting the right read, you know, it's pretty hard to stop, and I think that's what shows on the film. And I think we did a great job last night, and you know, guys really, really stepped up their game and made some huge plays for us. The offensive line did a great job, and the defense did a great job of keeping us in the game, and so I basically play the game over in my head and just really watch it again. I watch, you know, all the down and distances and look at the situation again, and just play the game again.